Kristi Noem had an exchange with a reporter, and it is really the encapsulation of how immigration rhetoric works in the Trump era. She was asked a very simple question. What percentage of the people that ICE has arrested have committed a criminal offense? Now, remember, I want to set the stage for you. Being in the country undocumented is a civil infraction. We were told by the administration, we will go after those who have committed criminal offenses, right? Somebody who's here illegally and committed a murder, committed a sexual assault, committed burglary, etc. And we know that that is not what is going on. The question from Margaret Brennan is not a gotcha. It's not ideological. It is a question that has an answer that is a number. What percentage of the people in custody have committed crimes? Kristi Noem says 70%. And then there is an exchange, which I think is okay for Margaret Brennan, but we're going to dig into it more.
Sure. But you just said millions. What's the breakdown of the percentage of those who you have in custody who have actually committed a criminal offense versus just the civil infraction?
Every single individual has committed a crime, but 70% of them have committed or have charges against them on violent crimes and crimes that they are charged with or have been convicted of that have come from other countries that are here illegally, first of all, and then they have committed a criminal act while they've been here or in their home countries as well.
It's not 70%.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
70% of everyone
you guys
keep
changing your percentage. You pick and choose what numbers you think work, but that is the facts, is that 70% of the people that we have detained have charges against them or have been convicted of charges, and they need to be brought to justice. And we're going to keep doing that no matter how much you guys keep lying and don't tell the public the truth. It absolutely is that these law enforcement officers are out there every day doing the work to protect the American people, and they will keep doing that because they believe in enforcing the law, which is exactly what President Trump has charged them with.
Okay. Well, our reporting is that 47%, based on your agency's own numbers, 47% have criminal convictions against them. But let's talk about the other numbers.
Wrong again. Absolutely.
Wrong again. And of course, it's funny when Kristi Noem is saying, my own agency's numbers are not accurate. So let's go through the different levels of fact checking. First fact check was Margaret Brennan saying, you're saying 70% of those in custody have committed crimes. Your own agency publications say it's only 47%. Okay, so that's already a difference. But according to trackreports.org, the ICE data actually says 74% of detainees as of November, so that maybe this changed in the last 6 weeks, 74% of detainees as of November have no criminal convictions. And even among the remaining group that does, many of those convictions are traffic violations. So Kristi Noem says 70% are violent criminals. The real data is inverted. 74% have no criminal conviction. And of the 26% that do, a significant portion, these are really minor offenses like traffic convictions. This matters for reasons that go way beyond just, oh, she looked dumb during a TV appearance. We are seeing the justification of raids, detentions, militarized enforcement, treatment of migrants, and by the way, treatment of American citizens as well who are caught up in the entire thing. We are told this is a public safety emergency. When you actually are detaining 74% people who have committed no crime, and you are wrapping up in that American citizens and all of these different innocent bystanders, you are manufacturing consent for a policy that makes no sense based on the actual data. And then they get caught lying about it. And instead of correcting the record, remember, Margaret Brennan cited DHS's own data. Kristi Noem was, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. She smiles, she dismisses the data, and she promises some mystery correct numbers that she never actually gives. We have the data. The real numbers are very inconvenient. Trump said we're going to go after the worst of the worst. We're going to go after criminals. And the reality is there aren't that many of them. Now, I don't know of anyone on the left. Find them if you see them. I don't know of anyone on the left that is dying on the hill of convicted rapists who are here illegally should get to stay. I don't know anyone who's arguing that. There is a relatively tiny amount of those. And by the way, They were being deported under Obama as well. And so whatever you think about this deportation program as a matter of policy, the idea that Trump is doing it much better than Obama, Obama did it without all of this fanfare, without militarizing the streets. You could go, I disagreed with it then and I disagree with it now. Or you could say, I agree with it now, but then you should be ready to acknowledge that somehow Barack Obama was able to do it without throwing innocent American citizens into it, without throwing individuals who had committed no crime into it, without militarizing the streets, without involving the possibility of federal troops and state national guards clashing the way we're seeing in Minnesota. So if you agree with the idea of what Trump is doing, you should be saying Obama did it better. He did more deportation and he did it without all of this mishigas and chaos that we are seeing. But they're not going to say that. They're not going to say that because they only support it when Trump does it. They only think 3% inflation is good when it's under Trump. When it was 3% inflation under Biden, inflation was out of control. Sleepy Joe doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know left from right. He doesn't know if it's night or day. But when Trump's got 3% inflation, he fixed it. It's all good. And we could apply this to a whole bunch of other areas. No wars. Well, what about everything Trump is doing? Invasions and kidnappings. Well, it's different. Trump's doing it right. He's doing it the right way. We can't expect them to ever hold consistent standards. We can't. And so we've got to assume that they will be hypocrites and work around it. Cold weather is sometimes when simple meals matter the most. And during the winter, there is nothing like pulling a warm bread out of the oven at home. It'll change the mood with the smell alone, never mind the taste. Our sponsor, Wild Grain, is the first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas, all ready in 25 minutes or less with no prep. Wild Grain uses simple ingredients and a slow fermentation process, which will add flavor and can be easier on digestion. No preservatives, no shortcuts. Lately, I've been reaching for the Wild Grain sourdough loaf for quick dinners. Their cranberry pecan rolls are great for the weekends. Everything comes out perfectly browned and fragrant. Wild Grain's boxes are customizable. They include gluten-free, vegan, and protein box options, so it fits whatever you've got going on. Delivery is reliable. Baking is hands-off, perfect for cozy brunches or easy weeknights. Nothing like having an artisan bakery in your freezer to chase away that winter chill. Get $30 off your first box plus free croissants for life at wildgrain.com/Pakman.